terrible thought about the extinction and all the animals that are never alive in here again. Hello everyone, my name is Puka, and today I'm going to tell you about a topic in the SI-17 group called Extinction. At first we have some questions to discuss. The first one is, what is extinction? Extinction, firstly, we need to know about the species. The species are the types of group animals that are living together and can reproduce. Now, extinct means to never be alive again. For example, the mammoths in the Ice Age. They went for long years, but after that, they started to die. Why? I'll explain later. Extinction is the noun, but extinct is the verb. Extinction is when something or somebody dies away and can never reproduce. Do you think that humans can have an extinction human kind? Well, I don't think so. Next question. We have, what causes animal extinction? Well, animal extinction is because animals are racing each other, or they can be killing each other. And maybe the climate is, if they're living in the cold and suddenly the climate changes to hot, which is the weather changes to hot, then they cannot survive. Or lack of food, which means they don't have food. Now, fourth, the human caused extinction? Yes. Lots of smoke from power plants. That's a lot of smoke, and it's much more than oxygen. So we have to avoid breathing in smoke. And maybe they can cause a human extinction. I think so. Now, for my third question. How can we know about dinosaurs when they are extinct? Well, from there we can learn about how dinosaurs evolved. Why? It's because that they made an extinction kind. And from learning from the fossils, which is only a remains they have, we can learn about how dinosaurs evolved, what types of dinosaurs they are, and we can also plaster the skin so that will look like a real dinosaur. But have you ever read the Magic School book? You may read the chapter Back to Dinosaur Land. It's a very fun chapter where only a class with a teacher named Miss Tara shows her students about the dinosaurs. Actually, they also travel into the Ice Age and the Stone Age, but we're not interested in that. And that's how people found, when they dug very deep into the ground, not to mention the deepest, which is into the core, they found those bones or remains of the dinosaurs. Okay, so for our fourth question. What kind of animals are now endangered extinction? We call those endangered species. We have the Komodo dragon. The Komodo dragons are not really dragons, but they are massive. But they cannot fight out the pythons or those giant spiders. Next, we have giant pandas. Lots of people are wanting to save them. Take passenger pigeons. In 1897, the only last passenger pigeon was shot. Do you want to know about the Siberian tiger? It's the last Siberian tiger to be shot was in 1975. It was laying its eggs, but before its eggs could come out, that it had been shot. And now we have the Nissan bull, or the Nissan ox, whichever you like to call it. Well, that kind It is massive, but by 1897, only 541 of them are left behind. So farmers decided to put up the fence. And so now more than 100 billion were in the capitals and farmlands and also national parks inside USA and Canada. Now, let's proceed to our last but not least question. What can we do to help prevent extinction? Well, firstly, we can plant a garden. We must help keep the environment healthy because that is the place where the plants and the animals will eat. And they will need food to survive, actually. Next, we have to make, let's think of gathering all the endangered species, put them in a group of fences, and give them shelter, food, and water, and then you can take care of them. Maybe not your pet. It could be a tiger, a very severe tiger, I think. So, the best way to do that is you have to make your own design of a pet. Try to figure out the pet where it is, and then you can bring your pet to your home. It's a little bit disgusting, but you can keep it as a big or severe pet. Then you will feed it, and that way it can reproduce, and maybe your house will be full of that boar-like animal, I think. Well, and maybe you have learned so much about extinction. Hey, have you heard about this fact? Dinosaur extinction was actually not killed by other dinosaurs. It was actually killed by the asteroids that crashed into Earth. There's a quote that I searched in my computer that said, if the asteroid hit another part of Earth, dinosaurs will come down our home. What does this quote mean, actually? Okay, so here's the Earth, right? And for example, dinosaurs live here. So, the asteroid crashed into here. But if it crashed into here, then it only exploded half of this part. Or maybe northern or southern or a combination, I don't know. Okay, but only that underneath part will explode the whole Earth. So, as a final quote, you remember, dinosaurs will come into our home, which means when humans start living, we can still see those dinosaurs. And maybe dinosaurs will eat up all the things humans produce. So it is lucky for us that asteroid hit the place where the dinosaurs died or lived. But it is not very lucky that we can expand on their beings. So, in conclusion, you may find a lot of interesting facts about extinction, endangered species, and a lot of other plants. So maybe you want to have a clean environment that nobody gets endangered or eaten or having extinct. So thank you for listening, and bye bye.